Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Twem, and today I'm going to talk with KiaRa, the vocalist of the music band Imperial Edge, and also the vocalist of her own projects named KiaRa. Now I'm waiting for her to join the chat. Yes, there she is. Let's hope this time there was no problem. I've sent the request. It's very strange. It says again, we are connecting, but nothing is happening. I don't know what's the exact problem.
It doesn't work.
Okay, let me resend the request again. Yes, I send once more. We are fighters so we never give up. Hey Anna, now it's okay.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, finally. So how's everything with you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. You're in Moscow now, right?
Yeah, and it is snowing.
As usual, of course. Even in
No.
summer, sometimes it may snow, who knows?
No, that's not right. That's not right. We have very hot summer. This summer was plus 30, I think.
Yes, but you know, it's very moody because I also used to live in Moscow, and even your summer actually sounds like Cyprus winter.
Okay, what can I do?
So Anna, would you please briefly tell us about yourself?
Okay, from which moment do you want to know about me? From the moment of I went to music, or
Yeah, usually I start with a very broad question, like tell you about yourself. So anywhere you like to start, then I have lots of questions for you.
Okay, what can I say about myself? That's a trick question, you know. I wasn't ready. Well, okay, I was born in Kaluga. It is 200 kilometers from Moscow, so I'm not from Moscow myself. And my hometown is not so big, but it is a regional center. And I used to sing since 6 years old. I've been singing since 6, and I said to my mom when I was 6 years old that I will be a singer, and my mom said, "Yes, of course you will be a singer, yeah," because my parents are engineers, and no one expected that I will be a musician or a singer and an actress and all this stuff, you know.
So were your parents supportive that you're going to be a singer?
Well, for the beginning, they, as usually, when you're a child, the parents always supporting you when you go to musical school or you go into sing some songs in your usual school, for example, or to sing somewhere in city, and it's okay. But when I started to play in metal band, when I was 19, and I was playing in garage, in a real garage, and it was cool when real rock guys playing in a real garage with even when it was cold, we had a heater there, and we were playing together. It was crazy, but it was cool. And we became a bit famous in Kaluga town. We were playing with bands as I know now myself, but for that time it was really cool for me, like Kalevala, folk metal. We supported them, and a lot of other I don't remember right now, but it was cool time when we were drinking beer, playing rock and roll and real garage, so something like that. And also together with my playing in metal band, my first metal band. I was studying in musical college, and I was studying as an opera singer. So this is like a opera singer on one side and metal girl on the other side. It was like this. And teachers in musical college they had been said 1,000 times to me that I need to stop to play with this bad company. But then when I joined Imperial Age, no one said it to me anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Because you were
something
made
like that.
for such music, so it makes sense now after you joined them.
Yes, because I always have known that my way is not really classical music, because in classical music you need to sing like it is written. For example, you need to stay very serious, you need to sing very right, and you need to be very classical. You know, I'm not like that. I'm something. I like to break the rules sometimes. So that's why I choose this way.
Yeah, so you want to release your energy, so you don't want to be in a framework, as I understood.
Yep. And this is one of the reasons I have created my solo project as well, because I want to create my music, and I want to be out of the frames, as you said. Yeah.
And when did you exactly join the Imperial Age band?
Sorry?
When did you exactly join Imperial Age band?
It was in 2016, 4 years ago already. 4.5.
And how did it
And
happen?
it is an interesting story. I've made a video for one vocal competition, and this is a video that I have on my YouTube channel. This video, when I sing The Show Must Go On song from Queen, one of my favorite songs ever. And it is very nice that I didn't go to this competition, but this video stayed for myself. And Alex, our leader and founder of Imperial Age, he saw this video when he was searching for the new vocalist for Imperial Age. And he wrote to me in VK, in social media that's popular in Russia. He wrote to me if I like to go to be a part of competition for the new singer of Imperial Age. I said yes, of course, because I was listening to Imperial Age before, when it was only the first album. And I liked their music. And when they went on the first tour with Therion, with the other singer, I was looking at these pictures from this tour, and I was thinking that I really want to do the same. I really want to go to Europe and to perform there, and to be a singer in this band. And in a half year, Alex wrote to me, and I said, yes, of course, I want to go to this competition. And after this competition, this casting, Alex said that I am okay for this band. But also it was a big problem for me, because I was still living in Kaluga on that moment, so 200 kilometers, and it is 3 hours on the electric train. So you can imagine, if it was a rehearsal, I need to go 3 hours there and 3 hours back, so 6 hours only on the road. And I did it. And then, after my first tour with Imperial Age, I moved to Moscow. This is the story.
The writing, even from one side of Moscow to go to another part, I know it takes lots of time. So it shows that you were motivated to do that. It was nice.
Well, yes. For example, I live on one side of Moscow now, and Alex and Jane, they lived on the other side, and I need to spend 1 hour on the underground and half an hour on the bus. So 1.5 hours for the road.
Yeah, it's still far away. And you mentioned about the music band Therian. Actually, it was the first time I got introduced to symphonic metal through them. And Imperial Age genre is very similar to this music band, which is very interesting for me. So after you started touring with Imperial Age, have you met this band, Therian?
Yes, but I wasn't familiar with their music before I went on tour. I knew a couple of songs, but not much. But after this tour, I got into their music, and it is very good because they are the founders of symphonic metal. So all symphonic metal now because of them. And yes, I've met them, and they're really nice guys. Everyone. KiaRa as a soprano singer, and we found a lot of topics to discuss about voice, about teaching of vocal, about performance on stage. Nale, very nice person, a bassist, really nice. We made a lot of jokes and a lot of pictures. And of course, all other guys, they are friendly. And I understood in that moment that people who made good career in music, who are famous, they are not mostly, they're not like superstars, you know, they're not so, I don't know, negative, something like that. They're all friendly, they're all positive, they're all open. And that was also the reason why I moved from my Kaluga to Moscow, because for me, it was a lot of people in Kaluga who were like stars, but they weren't stars actually. So when you only start to make some music from yourself, it is typical that a lot of musicians become stars. And you can't communicate with them because they think that they are number one in everything. But after I was on tour in Europe, I understood that all really cool musicians, most of them, I can't say that all, but most of them, really nice persons. So
yeah,
it
that's
is
true.
cool.
Even in other fields, this is the same situation, that more professional you are, more modest you are. And this is true. Especially in metal genre, you can even observe it more. The ratio is even higher comparing to pop singers. But
Yeah.
anyway, I wanted to ask also this question from you, that do you think for which reasons your audience is listening to your music in Imperial Age Band, for example? Later I will talk about your solo project as well, but specifically about this symphonic metal. Do you think what type of people are listening to it, and why they are listening to it?
Well, as I am also like symphonic metal myself, I can say that for me, personally, it is like you can be from one side classical, and you can be I don't know, in some kind of frame, but it is not that frame that I already have told to you about classical music. So this is like oh, sorry. This is like you can be classical, but not classical in one moment. And this music for those people who are intelligent, maybe, and who can see not only like metal, we're all metal, we don't care about others, but these people also care about others, but they also like metal. So this is like perfect perfect harmony between two sides, between the evil and an angel side. I think something like that.
That's true. In
So
another
maybe
word, yeah.
yeah, that's I wanted to tell that maybe that's why people like Imperial Age music and I don't know, Nightwish music, Epica music, because there are a lot of evil stuff, like really metal stuff, like growling, heavy riffs, and I don't know, drums, heavy drums, nice bass part, huge bass part. But also there are nice voices.
Of course, of course. And you know, as you mentioned, classical or not classical, I would say classical and not boring at the same time for symphonic metal.
Yes,
That's how I would
yes, yes,
describe it.
I agree.
And
I
also,
agree because
yeah,
I'm sorry once again, but even for me as a classical musician, when I listen to some classical music, it is really boring. And this is also the one reason that I wouldn't like to sing in real opera, because some operas are really not in for nowadays already.
yeah, you're right, because the singer obviously is talented, but after 10 minutes, maybe you get bored. But with your music, you never get bored. That's the good thing about it. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you observe similar cases, but I listen to your music when I'm playing chess. I don't know how often is it happening. It brings me lots of energy and concentration at the same time. So whenever I want to play chess, I listen to your music and also Ethereum music.
That's cool. That's cool. I, for example, also like to listen some metal stuff when I'm going to jogging or to gym, for example, or make some exercise at home, workout.
Yeah, and I also
It,
wanted to ask you that how your solo project is different from Imperial Age Band.
it's not so much choir there, because I've created it more like my personal project, and I don't put a huge number of voices there. And also, I don't sing about something ancient, like ancient civilizations, like in Imperial Age. I just take something from my head, and usually it is something, some fantasies, some scenarios, maybe from my own head, from my own fantasy. For example, like my song Sacred Promise, and it is about a knight who is searching for a sacred temple, and he needs to give sacred promise that he will protect this world from all the evil. But before he will get into this temple, he needs to improve himself. So this is what's going on in my head sometimes.
Yeah. So what I understood is that in your solo project, you are the leader, so you can choose the topic, you can compose yourself, you can do anything you want. So that's the beauty of that. But at
Yes.
the same time, you have this privilege to be in Imperial Age Band so that you can do also heavy projects there.
Yes, yes, yes. And I need to say that I'm not only a musician, and I can not only choose a topic, I also need to make all shows myself. I need to be a manager. I need to be a designer and all this stuff, you know, like in one person. Because in the beginning, all the bands have something like this, but fortunately for me, I already understand how it works. Maybe not in everything, but in a big part of it, I understand how it works, and I can do it myself. But I can't imagine if you don't have an experience and you start your own band, and you want to make it professional and you want to make it popular. This is really hard without any manager, without any person who will help you and who have an experience.
Yes, that's true. And for your solo projects, do you get any help for other musicians or I don't know, for example, guitarists?
You mean when I compose music or what?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, sure. Because I'm strong in melodic part, like piano, violin, cello, all these instruments. But I'm not so strong in the rhythm part, in rhythm guitar, in drums. Drums for me is a really difficult instrument. So I was asking for help from my guys, and they were helping me with this part.
That's cool. And also, it's very nice that you can do your solo projects and you're at the same time in the band, because in some bands they want all the members to work for them exclusively, and this is very hard. So it feels like
Yeah, I
you're in a
know.
prison. So now that you can do all of them together, it's really a good feeling, I guess.
Yes, sure. But for example, this year I could make I don't know 10 solo projects because of a lockdown, because of the virus, all the stuff. Because this year I had only 3 shows, and I think that I really like it to have them because in Russia it's not so strong lockdown. It was not so strong lockdown, but. Still, I had only 3 shows, and I had a lot of time to make new music. And it wasn't a lot of work with Imperial Age as well. So that's why I could release my first album, Storyteller, and I could make my show presentation in Moscow as well.
Yeah. And beside being such a wonderful singer, you are very good with playing piano. When did you start that?
Oh, thank you. I also like piano, and I also started to play piano when I was 8. 8, yes. When I went to musical school, I was 8 years old, and I started from piano and from singing in choir. So from the beginning, I wasn't a solo singer. I was a choir singer, and it was awful, you know. Like all these children choirs when everyone is out of tune in every way, like somewhere is higher, somewhere is lower, somewhere I don't know where, and it sounds really weird. But I started to play piano as well, and I used to have a lot of practice also after I graduated from musical school and I went to college. I also been playing a lot, and all piano teachers said to me that I play not as a vocalist, but I play mostly as a pianist, but I need more practice to play as a pianist, but I'm not on the low level of piano. I like to play Rachmaninoff, for example. I like to play Beethoven sonates, Bach, some Mozart as well. So something like that.
I see. And you are doing lots of covers, which are very interesting. Why did you started to create covers for other music bands, and how do you choose those songs?
Well, I started it because I practice a lot, and I sang in a lot of I don't know, like entertainment. I forgot this word, like restaurants, cafe. I was singing a lot when I was living in Kaluga, and I was needed a lot of practice to make it. I
You
even
mean
was
you went
working.
to karaoke places, for example?
No, I was working as a singer in
Okay.
restaurants.
Oh,
So
I see. Professional.
when people sitting and eating, I was singing for them. And usually it is not much metal music. It is more pop music or some this stuff. And I try to choose the not so bad pop music like Michael Jackson, like Sting, like maybe some songs of Madonna or something like that, and some Russian songs that are not so shitty that it is, because Russian pop songs, it is, oh my God.
Oh, you don't like it?
And that, I don't like it. I don't like it because they have no sense in lyrics, but
Lyrics, yes.
that's not the worst part. They had no music in the songs. They have 3 notes and that's all. Maybe even 1 note. La 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 la
That,
la 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 la
that's
la.
actually true. That we can, for example, hear one song again next year. The same singer have a new album, you can feel exactly the same thing. But you know, I like Russian pop because I'm learning Russian language, so it's really helpful for me. They're using very simple words, so in that case, it's good
Yeah,
for me.
in this way, yes, it works. But to sing it, it is like a torture for me, you know, for professional
Yeah.
musician. And I try to choose something, some old songs from old movies, for example. They are really better, and they have at least something like good melody. But yes, we have some old singers that are really good. But what's going on nowadays, I even don't listen to it in pop music because I can't.
So
I
among
can take
all
it.
Russian pop singers, there is even not any person that you say, okay, at least she has a good voice.
Um, well, maybe some of them, yes. But still, when you have a good voice and you sing a shitty song, it doesn't work. For
Yeah,
example, just it works for maybe, I don't know, one time, two time, 10 times, but not more. When you see it from 100,055 time, it is boring. The same as classical boring.
yeah, I see. And
But
also, you had a cover from Whitney Houston, and that one was very interesting. It is a very difficult song.
um, it is not difficult when you know um, how to make your muscles works inside you. When you know how to do it, it is okay. But from the beginning, when I started to learn regular vocal, I sang a lot of songs, a lot of difficult songs. For example, I was singing "The Show Must Go On" for the whole days, and it was a time I was 13 or 14 years old, and I couldn't sing it like it must to sound something like that, and I was shouting for the whole house, and all my neighbors were hearing it, and after that, a lot of them. Even one old lady that has not good ears, and she heard not all stuff. She came to me and said, "Oh, Anna, you sing so good." It was really funny. So from the beginning, it is difficult to sing high songs with high notes, like "Show Must Go On," like "I Will Always Love You," and some songs from Celine Dion as well. Really hard, like Christina Aguilera also. This song that knows everyone heard. I'm sorry for blaming you. This is really hard song.
Yeah, of
But
course.
if you know how to do it, and you practice, it is not hard for you anymore.
So after all these times that you have experience with this, you challenge yourself with lots of songs. Is there any song that these days you see you're thinking that you are trying to make a cover and it's challenging for you?
Um, that's a good question because for me, for example, epica songs is really difficult, but not because of voice part, but because of music part. A lot of different rhythms, for example, a lot of melody from high to the low, and it is always changing. So there's not like in pop music, you have a verse and you have choir as well. So
Yeah.
you have one part, you have another part, and they are continue. They are repeating. But for example, in epica songs, you have 10 parts, and they're not repeat each other. As well as Nightwish, Ghost Love Score, Son of Myself. So these long songs with a lot of parts. But epica has not so long timing. For example, in 4 minutes you can have 5 different parts, and they are all difficult. So this is a challenge for myself, and I will try to learn something. I already have one cover, Storm of Sorrow, as I remember, right? But I need to learn more.
I see. So still you can find some songs which are challenging for you to cover.
Sure, sure. And also some classical stuff, like Night Queen of Night, or how it sounds in English, I don't remember. This one, but higher, as we all know it. So this is also a challenge. It is also difficult, and also not because of higher notes, but because for me it's okay, it is in my range, but because of a lot of parts, and because there is no place to breathe a lot, because they are going one by one, and you need to breathe a lot for this.
Yeah, that's indeed a big challenge. Clearly, I'm not doing these things professionally. I just do, for example, singing for fun. And I was trying to do, for example, Nightwish. Of course, that's a female vocalist. But I understood after some for lines, I couldn't breathe. And I need someone to help me. Maybe one line I do it, another line my partner does it. So it's really hard. Breathing is a big challenge. So you say even at the professional level, you're facing these challenges as well.
Yes, of course, especially when you have a long show, and especially when you perform in leather. This is the biggest challenge I ever had, because you're wet, you have your waist on this leather, and you can't breathe good, and also you need to sing very difficult parts, and also you need to hang bang, and you need to move. And all this in one, and also you need to remember about your breath, about your melody, about pure tune as well. That's really challenging. All my students, when they only started, I'm also a teacher of vocal, when they only started to learn, by the way, just a little advertisement, soon I will start Skype lessons of the vocal, and it will be available for people from every part of the world, so you can also teach vocal with me. Yes, for both, doesn't matter.
Oh, that's tempting to participate. That's good. That's good to know.
Okay. Okay. So when my students only start to learn vocal, they are surprised how many things they need to remember about, to breathe, to open your throat, to open your mouth, to to feel your resonators here and there and everywhere, and also to sing in a pure tune, and to sing right words, to remember words, to remember melody of the song. This is all really hard, and people who never tried it, they think that to sing it is simple, but it is not.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I also try to catch up some comments. Most of them usually say hi to you from Greece, from Russia, from Turkey, from Mexico, from many places. They said hi to you.
Oh, that's really cool. That's what I like when I make my live streams, that I have hi from all over the globe.
Yeah, that's cool. And you were in different tours around the world. Do you have any interesting memory from them? Maybe a fun memory that right away comes into your mind.
Well, in the last tour, when we were, it was a solo tour in 2019. Not so funny, but really a nice story. When we, sorry, I forgot the word. When we lose our drums, we lost our drums, and we lost it somewhere in the Netherlands. And our drummer.
What do you mean you lost it? It's pretty big.
I mean, not the drums, but the cymbals.
Uh-huh.
the symbols that
Oh, okay.
our drummer
I
had,
see.
and we were loaded out to the place when it was late at night. We were tired, and we just, I don't know what happened. Maybe we just forgot the symbols somewhere near our van. And in the morning, our drummer said that we lost drums. And we said, what? How is it possible? How is it exactly possible? We can't do it. We couldn't do it. But we really have lost them. And our drummer was really sad because Max spent a lot of money because it was new cymbals and they were really cool, and he was sad. After that, we went to some shows to UK. We had show in London, and we bought new cymbals to him in London, but cheaper one. And then we were in Scotland, I think. Then we were back to Europe, and we were back to France. And when we were in France, Max put post in Facebook that he lost his cymbals, and maybe someone had found them, and someone had found them.
Oh.
and we were back to the Netherlands. We should to go to, I don't know, somewhere to the south, like to Spain maybe, or Portugal, but we need to make this way to the Netherlands and then back to Spain because of this. But finally we had found our cymbals, and Max was happy.
Yeah,
So this
right.
is one nice story about it.
Yeah, you
And
have to
also
do it for the Max for sure.
yes, and also very, very funny story how we lost our best player on ferry when we were going. It was on tour with Ferion in 2018, and we were going from Estonia to Sweden on ferry. And when ferry came, there was no our best player. We were just lost. Yes, and we need to go back to the post of the guards of police. This post when you check out when you go from the ferry, and we went there, and they were searching for him in this ferry. And finally they have found him, and he was with a pillow and with blanket because it was cold, but he was in slippers.
Oh, I see. So in your next
and
tour,
yes,
you should be careful not to lose yourself because you keep losing everything.
oh yeah, and the other one story that our friends knows, it is about how our leader Alex broke his arm on the last tour, on the second show in the tour. It was not funny in that moment, but now we remember, when we remember it, it is really funny.
But Alex
And
is doing the vocal, right? Not guitar.
yes, he's doing vocal, but he broke his arm really hard, and he need to go to Moscow back to make a surgery, and then go back on tour. And we with the guys had some shows without him, so it was like a challenge for us to continue
How was
our
it
tour.
possible for Imperial Age Band? Because I know you have one man as the vocalist, two women and one man, right?
Yeah, yes, and I choose some songs because Jane also went with Alex because he needed help with this. It was friends of Jane who made him doctors who made him surgery, and she also left, so I was alone as a vocalist, and I choose the songs that I know the most and that I can sing all parts. So I was singing for for the old guys.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. And I also saw one of your pictures in Czech with Marky. So how that happened?
Yeah.
How did you meet?
We met on tour, and they were supporting us in Czech Republic, and that's how we met. And also we made a duet on my album with her. on the song Sister. She sang a part of my sister, which is an angel on heaven. So she's an angel, and I'm the other sister that's still on the earth. So she's my good friend.
Yeah, Marky is such a wonderful person. Recently, I had also interview with her, and
Yeah, I saw.
yeah. And by the way, let's do something fun. In our page, we have a challenge named Crazy Eyebrow. We tried to pull one eyebrow up, one down. Can you do that?
I can do only with the left,
But
but
it's
with
not
the
that
right,
high anyway.
like something like that.
Yeah, it's getting a little better, right?
Oh my god, it is hard.
And
It
by
is
the way,
hard.
we usually ask cultural questions from our guests. Actually, I try to keep my interviews short, less than 30 minutes, but you're very fun to talk with, and it took longer. But anyway, I tried to keep
I'm
it
very
short.
talking.
It was wonderful because we can learn from you, and you have so many levels, so many aspects that we can learn about and know about you. So
Thank you.
yeah, so I know it will be endless, but I try to keep it short anyway. But I really wanted to ask this question from you, that for a person who also lived in Moscow, what things do you like or dislike about people in Moscow?
Um, when I only moved to Moscow, I thought that people there are very rude and angry every time and every time busy. But then when I have met some people that helped me with work, with job, and with all that stuff, because I hadn't anything in Moscow and I need to take money from anything, so I made a lot of stuff except vocal. And I discovered that people here are very, I can't say kind, but very understandable. So they understand your situation, especially if they are also not from Moscow, if they also moved from somewhere. And I discovered that a lot of people here really feel something inside you, and a lot of people here more professional than people in little cities in Kaluga.
Yeah, that's true.
In Russia. Yes, I meant my hometown as well, because people there they don't have so much challenge for themselves like people in Moscow have.
Yeah, I think
But people in Moscow,
that should be normal,
they are cool.
because Moscow is capital. We had lots of population, so we have
Yeah.
diversity. So that should be, I think, natural. Have you ever been in Cyprus before, by the way?
In where?
Cyprus. Do you know where is it located? It's in Russia. We call it Kipr.
In. No, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you
Nusha is in the
mean.
room. Nusha, could you help me? In Russian, we call it Kipr, right? It's an island between Turkey and Greece. So apparently
Крым? Крым? You mean Крым?
no.
Ah, Kipr. You mean Kipr?
Duh.
No, I've never been there. But I was in Israel and it is near.
Yeah, it's
Yes, I'd say.
yeah, but hopefully we will meet you, Marky, and similar bands here in Cyprus someday. It will be wonderful. So would you even consider coming here to Middle East countries, like as you mentioned, or Cyprus in the future?
We would like to go everywhere, you know. We must be in Mexico. In 2 days ago, we must be in Mexico because we already had 2 or 3 shows, I don't remember, that were planned to the end of November this year. But because of, you know what, this not happened.
Yeah, unfortunately. And it was very lovely talking with you, Anna. Thanks a lot for joining me today. Would you like to add something?
Well, I don't think so. Just thank you for having me, and it was a very nice conversation. And I hope that one day we will meet each other in reality, in person, and we will only remember about this whole year like a bad dream.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm looking forward to that. And who knows, maybe I will take lessons from you. You will be my teacher soon. We will talk about it
That
for sure.
that would be nice. Write to me in the.
Sure, Nusha. Anna, because of Nusha, was helping us. Nusha, thanks a lot for telling
Yes,
us and
thank you.
translating for us the Russian words. And Anna, you're also a Nusha. Anna is can be called Nusha, correct?
Well, yes, but it's not my typical how people call me. Usually it is Anya.
Yes, yes. So when I said Nusha, I meant the one in the comment, the person there. But it was
I
yeah.
saw.
Suddenly I remembered. Yes, Anna is also called like the singer Nusha. We have her real name is Anna, right?
I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe it
You,
is just a stage name.
yeah, yeah, most probably. Anna, thanks a lot for joining us again, and I will wish you luck in your solo projects and also in your music band in the future. I'm looking forward to watch you in your future concerts.
Thank you.
So see you,
Bye
Anna.
bye.
Paka paka.
See you.
Thanks everyone for
Okay.
joining us. Bye bye.